Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So today I'm going to be giving you a performance and tutorial for this very good no setup card trick that is definitely going to fool your spectators. So let's get right into the performance. I'm going to start this one off by placing the 4 aces on the table. We will get back to them in a second, but right now I would hand the deck over to my spectator and let them shuffle the cards as much as they like. From here, I would tell my spectator that we are going to be losing the 4 aces somewhere into the deck, so I'm going to go ahead and give the cards a few cuts. I'm also going to spread down around half of the deck, take these cards and turn them face up because we are going to shuffle this face up half into this face down half of the deck to make a big mess out of the cards. So I'm going to go ahead and give these 2 halves of the deck a riffle shuffle, and we're going to push the 2 halves in together. So once again, we have a bunch of face up cards going into face down ones. Now you will see when I spread out the deck, we have a series of face up and face down cards. We're actually just going to out jog the first 5 face down cards that we come to here in the deck. And we're going to take these 1, 2, 3, you can see 4 and 5 cards. Right here on top, I'm going to give the deck a few more cuts to really randomize the order of cards that we have in the pack. You can see giving the pack a series of cuts here. We have the entire deck now squared up. I'm going to turn the cards over and we're going to take a look at this 6 of hearts. I'm actually going to take the 6, we're going to place it down on the table, and I would tell my spectator that the goal of this trick is to try and find those 4 aces that we had at the start. I'm going to now give the deck a quick rotation. You will see if I spread out the cards on the table, every single one is face down except 3 face up aces in the middle of the deck. And we are still missing that ace of spades to complete the set. But if we go to this card that's been on the table in your sight the entire time, you will see that 6 of hearts actually transforms into the ace of spades. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you liked it. If you want to learn how to perform it yourself, make sure you watch the tutorial. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a really powerful no setup card trick that you should definitely learn. So grab your deck of cards and let's get right into the tutorial. All you're going to need is a normal deck that has the 4 aces. You're going to start off by placing the aces on the table and telling your spectator they can give the rest of the deck a shuffle. Once they're done, ask for the cards back, turn them face up, and tell your spectator you're going to lose the 4 aces into the pack. As you're talking to them, you're going to need to get a pinky break below this bottommost card, which is the Queen of Diamonds in this case. So you can push over, pull back, get a pinky break that way, or come over with your other hand and just lift up on the card like that to get a break. It's up to you, but make sure it is subtle. You're going to tell your spectator we're going to lose the aces here into the deck. You're going to place them right on top of the break. And guys, if you want the ace of spades to be the last card that you reveal in this trick, which is what I did in the performance, just have the ace of spades be the last card of the aces. So just make sure it is, kind of on the bottom here of the aces. So you're going to place the 4 cards right on top of the break. So now you have a pinky break below 5 cards. You're going to come over with the other hand, transfer that to a thumb break, and do this reversal move. You're going to take around half the cards from the bottom of the deck, turn those right on top of the break. You're maintaining the break. Then you're taking the rest of the cards, reversing those right on top. And you will see you've turned all the cards in the deck face down with your 4 aces plus that random card being face up at the bottom. So that is the first move that you need to do. Then you're going to tell your spectator, I'm going to riffle down around half of the deck, and I'm going to turn half of the cards face up. So you're going to cut around half the pack here. Then you're going to need to perform a one-handed fan. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of spread out the cards like this as best you can in your hand, because you need to perform a move with the rest of the deck. It's quite simple. All you're doing under the cover of the fan is turning your wrist over as you're placing the cards on the table. So it's going to happen very quick. Your spectator's not going to see anything really, as long as you protect what you're doing here quickly with your wrist with the fan. So it is going to happen quite fast. You can see how I did it in the performance, but once you do the fan, quickly turn your wrist over and tell your spectator, all right, we're going to shuffle these face up cards into this face down half. But in reality, by turning your wrist over, what you've done is turned all of the cards face up in this pack except your 4 aces plus the random card, which are on the very top. So your spectator does truly think all of these are face down cards and that you are shuffling them into this half of face up cards. So you're going to now perform a Riffle Shuffle, and you don't want to do a blatant Riffle Shuffle like this where you're flashing all the face up cards in this half. You do not want that. So make sure you are kind of riffle shuffling the cards from the corners and kind of try to do your best to cover up these face-up cards with your thumb here. So you are going to perform a riffle shuffle. Try and riffle off the cards one at a time the best you can. Push the two halves together. I don't recommend you do the bridge. Just literally push the two halves like this so your spectator sees the cards coming together. Be careful not to flash too many face-up cards there, but once you get them, interlaced, your spectator's not going to see anything. They are truly going to think you shuffled a face-down half into a face-up half. Spread out the cards and tell your spectator that you are going to outjog the first 5 face-down cards, which in reality are the only face-down cards. They are your 4 aces plus that random card, so you're just going to outjog them. Sometimes, guys, the cards, may get clumped together here at the top, but that's all right. It's not too big of a deal. Just don't spread too far down the deck, though, because obviously these are all face-up cards. So once again, you're outjogging the 5 face-down cards. You can spread over a little bit, square up the cards, take them out, and tell your spectator we have 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to count off 4 and 5. But guys, once you get to these top 2 cards, you're going to need to do something important. So once again, you've just outjogged them. You tell your spectator, okay, we have 1. You're counting from the bottom here, 2, 3. Then when you get to these 2, just reverse them, 4 and 5. You have to do that because you need to get the ace of spades on top, followed by the random card. It's going to happen quick. Your spectator's not going to notice it, but you do need to remember to do that at this point in the trick. So you're going to say we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 face down cards. You've just done the switch, and you are going to need to get a pinky break below those 2 cards as well. Perform a double undercut, transfer that over to a thumb break. Give the deck a cut. You're just telling your spectator you're mixing up the cards even more. Once you've done the double undercut, you are going to need to perform 1 more cut. So you're going to swing cut around half the deck into your other hand, and then you are going to take half of the remaining face-up cards. Those are going to go on top. The other half's going to go on the bottom. It's going to kind of be in this, staircase type pattern. You're just telling your spectator you're really randomizing the order of cards, but in reality, what you're doing here is getting those 3 aces in the middle of the deck. So keep everything as square to the best of your ability. Square up the cards here just like this, and then you're going to turn the deck over and do a double lift. So now this is what it looks like on top of the deck. You have that random card, followed by the ace of spades. The rest of the cards are face down except the 3 aces that you have in the middle. So obviously, don't reveal that quite yet. You're going to tell your spectator, okay, we're going to take this queen of diamonds, we're going to place it on the table. You're going to perform your double lift here. So you're going to do the double lift, tell your spectator, okay, we're going to place that queen down, but in reality, you're placing the ace down. From here, you're ready to do the reveal, guys. You're going to tell your spectator, okay, we're going to try and find those 4 aces that we had at the start of the trick. Remember, the deck's completely mixed up. You give the cards a little rotation, snap your fingers, do whatever you want to, spread out the deck on the table, show them all of the cards are face down, except the 3 aces are face up together in the middle. Make the point that we're missing an ace, the ace of spades, and then you bring their attention back to this card that's face down on the table, and you tell them that queen actually changed into the ace of spades to top off this trick and make for a great ending. So guys, that is the card trick. I hope this tutorial made sense. This is definitely an intermediate level card trick, but if you are a beginner out there, definitely give this one a try. Just rewatch the tutorial and practice with your own deck before you go out and perform it. But once you get it down, the trick really isn't that hard to perform. It will get some great reactions and impress all of your spectators. So guys, thank you for watching this video. I will see you in my next one. Peace out.